Why the same plot? Watching in the cinema is immersive. Stimulation with feeling. Watching it at home is tasteless. It's a pity that you bought it. Isn't the TV big enough, not good enough? Of course not, the TV is about to smoke now. As for the size of the picture, the 75 inches and 85 inches are almost standard. What does the picture quality say? High brightness, high refresh HDR is all in one. I can almost put my hand into the TV and interact with the other end of the TV. You think it's still not immersive enough, and in the final analysis, the sound effects are holding you back. Most ordinary users don't want to buy a home theater. Want to get a better sound experience. Optional purchase of Echo coins. The one behind me is Samsung. In May this year, the domestic S60D Echo coin was just introduced. The status of Samsung Echo coin in the industry is naturally unquestionable. The flagship model Q990 series is upgraded to physical 1.1.4, and Samsung professional tuning, which has been entrenched in the hands of major lists. However, this S60D focuses on cost performance. Officially, it is said that you can enjoy Samsung's flagship tuning technology within 2,000 yuan. I am really looking forward to it and very curious. Before its sound quality, I recorded an unboxing video for it. Let's take a look. Then we plug in the TV to see how it works. Now I have this product plugged in. The box provides a remote control, a power cord, power adapter. It is also very thoughtful to provide an HDMI and then another, wall-mounted bracket accessories and our IC6D host. There is also a warranty card manual or something. The first thing I felt about the whole machine was that the integration was very good. And very low-key, the front is made of metal. There are several basic operations at the top of the net. The processing of the key seams is also relatively exquisite. The interface of the host is mainly optical fiber and HDMI wireless connection supports Wi-Fi and Bluetooth S60D. This Echo coin has only one body, no need to pull the cable. There is no need to connect to the working condition, and it can be used directly when connected to the TV. In terms of volume, it is about 67 centimeters long and only 6 centimeters high. The net weight is about 2.7 kilograms. Very light, and the height is also suitable. Placed in front of the TV, it won't block the picture. Perfect for bedrooms, study. There is also a living room for small processes. It neither takes up much space nor looks obtrusive. Although it is condensed to only one host, the Sparrow is small. All 5 organs are intact. It has 5 channels built in. Includes 2 main channels, a central voice channel, 2 surround sounds. It contains a total of 4 woofers and 3 tweeters, a total of 7 units plus 2. Passive woofer, and supports Dolby Atmos and DTS:X. So even without rear surround and subwoofer, get a good surround effect and low frequency feeling, can meet our daily use needs very well. So the point is, what does he sound like? I have prepared 2 audiovisual clips. Let's listen to this Echo coin together. How much can it improve TV? Deng Ziyue, the main god of the poor family in Dingzhou, once adopted his mother in the border army. At that time, there were many people in the border army who falsified military strategies, and it was you who deceived the officials and police by buying horse materials and the people. In the midst of the encirclement, a piece of flesh and blood was fought and the evidence was sent to the president of the procuratorate. Think about your employment and the charter admission. I said you were wrong. Deng Ziyue. Those from poor families in Dingzhou once rode horses in the border troops. At that time, there was a captain in the border army who faked a weapon, and in the name of buying a horse temple, he deceived you into watching the ceremony. Fight your way out of the siege and send the evidence to the president of the procuratorate. I think you are hired to be a strong employee and have been granted admission. I'm right. First of all, I think the best point of this Echo coin. It is an Echo coin of less than 2,000 yuan. It has a very good out-of-the-box feel. We used a domestic 75-inch TV priced at 3,000 yuan at the time. There are 2 biggest problems with the sound of food money in TV speakers. First of all, there is sound. There is no sense of substance, no texture. It is the kind of emptiness that comes from afar. The voice is not solid. The second is that the output capacity is very average. In this 30 square meter room, if the voice is turned on a little louder, there will be that obvious distortion. Vocals become particularly frizzy. There is a harsh feeling. But after opening the S60D, the vocals are obviously fuller in the mid and low frequencies. I feel that this sound has thickness and texture. And it is obvious that when the camera is switching, Fan Xian's voice in front of the camera and his back to the camera is different. Thank you for the posture of respect is very interesting. Subtitle Volunteer Yang Chanqian. Thank you. Your kind gesture rice deply appreciated. Subtitle Volunteer Yang Xian. In fact, I have heard of Moana's before. This movie is very good. I haven't read it, so I took the opportunity to make up for it this time. The feeling after looking at it all is that the S60D can provide a better surround feeling, especially from left to right, or the change in sound from right to left is more obvious. And I really like the performance of its low-mid frequency part. It's not that it can sink deeply to the kind of echo coin that it is so small. If you want to praise how good its shallow depth is, it is a bit brain strenuous. Very objectively speaking, its mid and low frequencies are very clean, so it sounds very good and textured. And it's very listenable. In fact, at this price point, you can do this. It's really powerful. Subtitle Volunteer Li Zongxing. I know that many friends also like to play games on TV, so I also connected to PS5 and experienced the improvement of the game. Because I don't usually play console games, so in terms of operation, everyone doesn't want potatoes, I'm just very vegetable. But in terms of lightness, my most intuitive feeling is to look at the S60D and use. The original sound of the TV is really different in terms of immersion, because you need to operate it yourself, so this feeling, it's much more obvious than watching TV and movies. It was the wind that this weapon picked up, and the sound of collisions, that feeling of metal hitting it. Even I can feel what that kind of punch to the flesh means, then watch the plot while fighting. I really feel like I'm adventurous in the game, and after listening to the echo coin, you listen to the original TV sound. I really can ask 3 words, what is this? Good sound quality. Let's talk about 2 sentences about installation and practical experience. For many people, the biggest threshold for choosing echo coin should be the fear of laying lines, afraid of setting up trouble. There is also a fear that it will not be able to start. But the S60D echo coin is basically like a fool. You just need to plug it in, connect to the TV using HDMI or Bluetooth, then turn on the TV. It will also automatically turn on and then it's good. The starting point is 0 door, and it supports Samsung SmartThings, which is also an app. Operate directly on your phone without a remote control. And if you have a Samsung TV at home, especially the new models of 23 and 24 years, can also activate a very interesting function called Q Symphony. In simple terms, it is the speaker of the TV and the audio echo which will sound at the same time, can spread the sound wider and more immersive. But we ourselves are not Samsung TVs, so we are folded on it. There is also a button for gearing on the remote control. Press this button to modify several sound modes. The first is Space Fit Sound. This is Samsung's sound technology. Room structure can be analyzed automatically. Enhanced surround effect. Click again to active voice amplifier. Ability to optimize room noise. Making the voice clearer. Click again to voice enhancement. That is, the human voice is enhanced. All 3 settings are off by default. Because the effect of recording is not particularly obvious, I won't let it go. Compared with audiovisual in general, this echo coin can be done for 2,000 yuan. This price range really left me with a very good experience. So the question is it right for you? I think this HWS60D is very suitable for such a group of people. First, you are trying to get silver back for the first time. Don't want to spend too much money, but I want to hear it clearly. Second, I don't want to build a large speaker at home. Third, you want to equip your desktop computer with a small panoramic speaker. Meet any of the above points. I think it's perfect for you. Although audio products are what you pay for, but this Samsung HWS60D, I think it does. So what it means to spend a little money to do big things. In this program segment, it is simple and easy to use, and whether it's watching TV, watching movies, or playing TV, can make the sound quality very directly improved. The cost performance is really very good. Okay, if you want to consider trying this S60D, you can go to Samsung Audio. JD.com's self-operated flagship store is looking for Miss Koff to learn more about it. If you like the content of this issue, remember to pay attention to the 3 consecutive supports. You can also chat in the comment area. What kind of TV sound system are you all using? If you have a contrasting feeling, we'll also share it together. Okay, that's it for today's video. This is the Student Developer. I'm EKA, see you next time. No cover or use without permission.